Well, now that you've got my recipe book, I thought I ought to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Lucy Marvellous and I've been teaching in schools for over 25 years. I know I don't look old enough. About 10 years ago, I discovered that my niece was mostly eating ready meals and feeding them to her children, so I thought I'd better teach her how to cook. I taught her the few basic skills, and before you know it, she was tearing pages out of magazines and is now a very proficient cook and teaches me a thing or two. Out of that, I got to teach cookery in schools. I worked in a primary school at the time. I suggested I could teach some cookery, some actual recipes and lessons rather than just bread and cakes. So that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I've been teaching in primary schools, I've also taught parents, and I was lucky enough to teach in a homeless hostel where we made roast lunch and the next day we made a lovely chicken curry with the leftovers. And because I've been cooking for such a long time and teaching cookery for such a long time, I have made all the mistakes. I have learned what can go wrong, and I want to share that knowledge with you so that you don't have to make the mistakes. I've simplified the recipes as much as possible so that the weighing and measuring is easy and all the procedures are pretty easy. All the recipes really are pretty straightforward. There's very little complex skill involved. Most of the recipes in my book I have actually taught to 10-year-olds, so if I can teach them to cook it, I'm sure you can cook it. Basically, I just love good food. I love delicious, easy, nutritious, healthy, delicious. Did I say delicious? That's the most important thing. Although food is for sustenance and health, you've got to enjoy it, and I really do enjoy food. I've become experimental with so much cooking that I do, and sometimes my experiments work, sometimes they don't. I also absolutely love dogs, especially our 3 Jack Russell Terriers, Misty, Molly and Dipsy. Dipsy's the one you'll sometimes see scuffling about under my feet looking for scraps. He's a greedy boy. Most of all, what I want you to do is to enjoy cooking the recipes from my book, enjoy cooking them and enjoy eating them, and hopefully enjoy sharing them with other people.